Hello, beautiful, lovely people, and welcome back to a new video. My name is Evelyn Barta, and I am back with a new channel message, and this time from the Arcturians. This is my first time channeling the Arcturian Collective, and it's very interesting because the other day I posted a video when I talked about our ancestors, which are the Pleiadians and the Arcturians as well, and the Arcturians being the ancestors of the Pleiadians and other races as well, because they are a very old race and they are being considered the most advanced technologically and spiritually as well in our galaxy. So they have a very high dimensional consciousness, a very high frequency, and it was very interesting because their energy felt a little bit different from the energies that I channeled before. And ever since I mentioned them in that video, they kept coming up everywhere, so I kept seeing them everywhere. And those synchronicities were showing me, indicating that they really want to come through my channeling. So I kept receiving messages and signs that it is safe to go forward with the channeling and to connect to the Arcturians. I said, okay, let's do that. Let's connect to them. They are higher vibrational beings than us. They have to really lower their frequencies in order to communicate with us. But obviously all the extraterrestrial beings have to do that, but especially the Arcturians, because they are very high vibrational. And I also have to, and we have to make sure that we are vibrating on a high frequency in order to receive the messages. So I always say that the channeling, each channeled message is a subject to the channeler's level of consciousness and level of understanding. So keep that always in mind when you are watching people channeling extraterrestrials, that the messages that come through will be always a subject to the channeler's level of consciousness. So the Arcturians' energy last night when I channeled them felt more serious, and also the channeling and the communication felt more telepathic than with the Pleiadians. And I also had that sensation again, which I described in one of my videos, that my actual volume is bigger than my body's volume. So before I get into the message, which is very beautiful from the Arcturians, I just wanted to tell you that I'm so thankful for you all, and thank you for your support. Thank you for your amazing messages. I received some very nice messages and emails as well, and I'm trying really to reply to all of them. The biggest help would be for you to really share these messages with other people, because it's really needed right now, and the Arcturians are actually talking about that as well, that it's super needed right now, this higher perspective, and they are asking for us to communicate with them and to ask for their perspective. And yeah, if you could just share these messages with as many people as possible, obviously with those people that can resonate with it, and that would help me immensely with my channel as well, and that would help understand people that we are not alone. We have a lot of guidance, we have a lot of assistance from the extraterrestrial beings that are parts of our DNAs, the Arcturians, the Pleiadians, the Sirians. We all have those extraterrestrial DNAs, and we have an opportunity now to activate any of those parts, whichever part resonates with us. And that's really up to us. There is a lot of exposure that is coming up right now, a lot of information that is coming up, and there's a big resistance from the shadow governments, from the underground systems as well, to suppress still that information. But it's coming up now, and it cannot be suppressed any longer, and it's very, very hard to handle. So we do need this higher perspective in order to deal with that emotionally and mentally as well, right? The indigenous people in Canada and all around the world, because it's not only in Canada that these things have been happening, it's just the exposure has started there, but it will continue all around the world. And the child trafficking as well, and those children that are being released now from those underground systems as well. And not only metaphorically speaking underground networks, but literally underground networks. And from my understanding, from what I received as downloads, is that these children are being rescued by organizations that are hidden organizations in the world. So there are some really nice people out there, and some of them survive, some of them, many of them are passing away. But I think in one of the sessions that I posted here on YouTube, the Pleiadians or the Galactic Federation was saying that it's very important to know that in order to help those children to go to source energy, to close their karmic cycles, and to release their souls, we can help them by sending love and light energy towards them. Lots of things are clearing up right now. Lots of karmic cycles are closing, and the energies feel so chaotic because we are leaving karmas behind, and this is what the Arcturians are also talking about in this session. There's also one very interesting thing which I wanted to talk about very quickly, and that is timelines. That timelines kind of are merging right now, and I'm having very interesting dreams from my childhood. There are some images that I'm seeing that I completely have forgotten about. I also have this sense of the 90s, 80s also merging together with whatever is happening right now. And I have these flashbacks from my childhood, from the 90s. It's very interesting. I don't even know how to explain that. But because of the energies that are available to us right now and the high vibrational frequencies that are being sent towards us and are serving the expansion of our consciousness, are allowing us to merge timelines and to jump them as well. So there are infinite numbers of timelines available right now. That is why it's so hard to predict when certain things will happen or what will happen, because there are infinite numbers of possibilities. And we have a version of ourselves on each of these timelines. And because of the energies, we can quantum leap and quantum jump these timelines. So certain contracts, agreements with other souls and certain experiences can be overwritten now by us, just by our intentions, because the energies are allowing us to do that. And you know why I noticed that this year, and this year has been like that the whole year so far? Because certain opportunities, experiences, and people are being removed from my life just like that. And it's really fascinating, because if you set the intention, and I suggest you all to set the intention and communicate with your higher selves or spirit guides, to remove all those people, experiences, and opportunities from your way that are no longer serving your expansion. And this way you can open energetic portals through which you can jump to other timelines. And other timelines can open alternative timelines, and you will encounter new people and new experiences. So for example, this year in January, I lost my Instagram account for no reason. So it just disappeared, dissipated, for no reason whatsoever. I still don't know why it happened. And that was because I was on a timeline that wasn't aligned any longer with my expansion. And that Instagram account was representing the energies of that timeline, which no longer served me. My route has been recalibrated this way, if that makes sense. And it brought new opportunities and new people into my life. So these things that are keeping us back, or certain things that have been contracted with certain people, if they are no longer serving, that are being removed. So that's why certain people are really being removed like that. Obviously, there are some lessons that we cannot skip, because they are key lessons and key people that are serving our expansion in this lifetime. But I think the best way is to communicate with your higher self telepathically and ask your higher self to recalibrate your route. And it's very important to keep an open mind about things, and to keep an open heart as well, and not to be attached emotionally and mentally to things, places, experiences, people that are giving us identity. And as long as we do that, we can easily jump timelines. So I think it's super fascinating that we can manifest things so quickly and so easily. And bear in mind that manifestation is not only about creating material things around us or manifesting people in our lives. Manifestation is about closing karmic cycles as well and integrating lessons. Okay, so this was my long intro, and let's get into this Arcturian message now, which I'm super excited and thrilled to share with you all. So this channeled message is from the Arcturian Collective from the 20th of July 2021. And so they said, what you are having in mind for the future, what are your sensors telling you that needs to be focused on? That is the central and residual understanding of what needs to be followed up by your heart, by your intellect, and that will show the way that is the most ideal and optimal for you. These times are showing you what is ahead. These times are showing you the structures being reborn and rebuilt that are no longer serving a purpose that is based on love, but they are serving lower vibrational frequencies, lower understanding, lower goals having as an agenda, lower vibrational interests that have nothing to do with your core beliefs and what you are. So what you are witnessing right now is a manifestation of what is ahead and the vision of the upcoming years. And so you can begin to understand your purpose here. And so you can begin and in the evolution that is having a single objective, the oneness and love for all that is, all the creatures and all the creations. As you are moving up on the scale of the frequencies, you will start to understand and start to put the pieces together of your past memories, from your records, from what you have experienced in past lifetimes, and what led you to this road that is serving your graduation as a soul to the fourth dimensional consciousness and leaving the third density behind. We want to ask you with all our hearts, how can we serve? And please telepathically communicate with us. How can we serve you? How can we help you? Because you are part of our families and our race. Many of us are, at this very moment, incarnated on your planet. Millions of souls are Arcturian souls and are being incarnated with the purpose of teaching, of healing, of showing a higher understanding, a higher consciousness to those that are about to graduate as well to the fourth and fifth densities. Dear soul, dear being, we ask you with the love of our hearts, that is the same as your hearts, to believe in your origins that are going beyond the dimensions, beyond this vast universe, multiverses, multiple timelines, parallel realities. We ask you to believe in what you are and what we are for you. We ask you to believe in the purpose of your souls, that is the same as the purpose of our souls, and we can unite that purpose and create a new perspective that is above what is happening right now. Behind the scenes, there's so much more happening than you can imagine. There's so much more purpose, there's so much more resonance. There is so much more than your human minds can comprehend, and it's all happening for the benefit of the whole, for the benefit of the collective consciousness. You are very powerful creatures, and we are aware of that because you are coming from us. We are responsible for your seeding. We are responsible for your awakening as well as we are one. As you take responsibility for your actions and you move forward into the fifth dimensional consciousness, we take responsibility together for the purpose and future of this planet and for the consciousness evolution. And with the shift that is happening right now, we are anchoring in that knowledge. We are the higher dimensional beings that are assisting you and guiding you on this road of spiritual awakening and the manifestation of that reality that you all agreed upon, the manifestation of your souls. You are so much more than you can imagine. You are capable of so much more. Courage and purpose is what will move you forward together with the awareness of your powers. It is that all you need, lovely being. It's all that you need for your evolution. Your evolution is closing cycles each and every moment and opening new ones in the very vast projection of the infinite creation. That is what is happening in the infinity of the universe. That is what is happening, and you are part of that creation. And you are on the road of creating over and over again. You are in this cycle of creation, and you are closing and opening up new ones. Lovely beings, do not worry about your karmas. Do not worry about what's behind you, because new experiences and new dimensional perspectives are about to be manifested as you move forward into the fifth dimension. Karma has been playing a very big part in your evolution as your souls decided to experience and learn certain lessons and open new cycles with each and every experience as it moved forward in this gradual frequency of evolution. As it moved forward, closed and opened new cycles, and those cycles and the lessons that need to be integrated are called karma. There's nothing to be worried about, as those lessons are being integrated right now, and those of you that are moving into the fourth dimensional consciousness are leaving those lessons behind, and those patterns that are no longer serving your expansion. New experiences are ahead, so leave those karmas and those spiritual lessons behind with a grateful heart, because new horizons are opening up for all of you. Being part of this divinity is what is waiting to be experienced on Earth. It will not happen overnight. It is a high vibrational experience that needs certain steps to be completed and applied. And as you are moving forward on this field of vibrations and frequencies, new cycles will be opening up for you, and new value systems will be responsible for the experiences that are occurring and have the most significance for you. You will move lighter into these vibrational frequencies, and the lessons that you will integrate will be very different from the low vibrational ones. Please set aside what you are knowing about us, because the only valid information about us is the one that resonates with you. You will all experience that individually when you connect to your galactic families, and when you are willing to receive and accept the information that is coming through. Whenever you are doubting our presence, you are blocking the information. Whenever you aren't accepting what is coming through and you start intellectualizing it, the information is coming through in a distorted way. Please be with us, connecting through your heart, connecting through that frequency of love. And as you connect with your hearts, the high vibrations will open, activate, and balance your chakra systems, so you can operate from higher chakras as well. The integration of the lower chakras is needed right now, so the energy can flow freely. The integration of what you are in the world, what you see yourself as, what is your identity, and what you are resonating with. And as you move up in your chakra systems, your identities will become less and less important for you. And so your identities are dissolving as you operate from higher chakras. And as they are dissolving, you will be more and more open and receptive to information that is coming from your being, from your higher selves, from your soul aspect. We are the Arcturian Collective, and we are intergalactic species that has been around for many eons. And we are ancestors of yours, together with the Pleiadians, Sirians, and other intergalactic species that you resonate with. We are shedding light on those aspects of your planet that have been hidden, and we are assisting with the exposure of the systems, of the corruption and the underground agendas that have been taking place for a while. We are having the benefit of your planet as an objective, because that goes beyond a single planet. It goes beyond a single universe. The assistance that you are receiving is very needed right now, not because you are not powerful enough species, but because our powers and loving consciousness together can create unimaginable things. And so we are here to let you know that you are powerful, and to let you know that you can rely on us, and we want to encourage you to believe in yourselves. And as you do, possibilities will open up for you. The universe will open up for you, and it will create new universes. And then I was asking them, the Arcturian Collective, what else you would like to say to those that are watching this video. And they said, we want to tell you to believe, to stop questioning what is coming from your heart and from your essence. Just feel it with all that you are, and you will know that is coming from sources that are loving and that are reliable. You will know that is coming from the unity consciousness, from a divine presence. Your intuition is always telling you what's the path that needs to be followed, what's the information that needs to be taken in. And it will also tell you when something is not quite right, and when something is not aligned with love and source energy. So let go of fear and free up the space in your hearts for love to enter and for trust to enter. The world will provide you with all sorts of information about this vast universe, because each and one of you have a subjective perception of it. So the only way in which you can find your truth is to focus on your own perception. And the perception has to come from your own beings, so it will all make sense when you do that. Everyone has their own perception of their own reality, so everyone is processing information in the most optimal way for them. That is not something that you have to deal with. Your reality is ever expanding, and it's based on what you are and what you believe in. You can expand that reality or you can shrink it. It is up to you. It's up to your perception. But the key and the power is in your hands to change it anytime. So listen to your intuition. We communicate with you through your intuition. We communicate through your higher selves, and the portal between your souls and your human bodies is your intuition, your emotions and your feelings. So this is all we can say today, lovely beings. We are the Arcturians, and please remember that we are here and we have always been here for you and of service. Peace and love in the name of the Infinite Creator. This was today's message from the Arcturian Collective, and I loved it because it was very profound and very educational. And just a summary of one thing that they said. They were talking about our chakra systems and how we can connect to them through our intuition and through our hearts, by opening our hearts to them, because our hearts and their hearts are one, basically, and they have the same heart. So if we unite those frequencies and those powers, then we can create unimaginable things. And they described this process of connecting through your heart to them. And by connecting and opening up your heart chakra, you are allowing the energy to flow freely through your chakra system. And they also said that the integration of the lower chakras is needed right now. And this is the step that we shouldn't be skipping right now. So the integration of our shadow aspects is basically helping with the integration of those lower chakras, the base, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus. And currently, I believe that humanity is integrating and balancing out their solar plexus, which is the energy center of personal power. And that energy center is responsible for setting boundaries, claiming your personal power, claiming your sovereignty. And as we integrate that, we can move to forgiveness, to unconditional love, and balancing out our heart chakra. And then we can move to the throat chakra, which is speaking your truth and speaking out and being authentic in everything that you do. And what they have been trying to do with us, and were doing with us last year as well, was the suppression of the expression of self, of speaking our truth and individuality. So the face masks that we had to wear on the streets and in the stores as well had the purpose of covering up this energy center, the throat chakra. And as crazy as it sounds, that was the purpose. And as we managed to balance this energy center and to open it up, then we can move to higher chakras, to the third eye and to the crown chakra, that is allowing you to connect to the other side and to receive information and to be a channel for that information as well. But as long as the lower chakras are not being balanced, then you cannot really work from these higher chakras, because then the information comes through in a distorted way. And then you can either become a religious fanatic, or you can become a floater, which is very typical for New Agers, and then you will spiritually bypass certain things. And let me show you this map of consciousness, which I love to refer to. It was made by David Hawkins. If you haven't heard of David Hawkins, he's the author of the book Power versus Force. And it's really helping you to understand the different levels of consciousness, and that certain human behaviors are an expression of the level of consciousness that each person is on. And as you can see, there are different colors that are representing different levels of consciousness, and they are the same as the colors of our chakra systems. So the lower vibrational frequencies and the levels of consciousness are represented by the color red, orange, and yellow. And as we move up to the fourth density, then the worldview and the view of God of each individual is changing as well. And the main objective and the purpose becomes the service of the whole, the benefit of the whole, not only the service of self. So guys, I really hope that this made sense. I just wanted to show you this map of consciousness, this diagram, so it's easier for everyone to understand that actually different chakra colors and the chakras are representing also different levels of consciousness, dimensions, and densities. The teachings of Dr. David Hawkins helped me immensely in understanding how the human behavior works and how the different consciousness levels work. And I also have videos on this topic as well. So thank you guys for watching. I really look forward to more channeling and collaboration with the Arcturians, because they are super wise beings and loving beings. I think we can learn a lot from them. So if this message has resonated with you, then feel free to subscribe to my channel, to share this video, to hit the notification bell so you get notified every single time that I upload a new video, and I do it every single week. Take care of yourselves, have an amazing week, and I honestly cannot wait to see you in my next video. Kisses.